Hey guys, welcome to Archeage. This is the new MMO that's coming out. I've got beta access to it for this weekend, and I just thought I'd give you a preview of what the character creator's like. It is beta, so obviously a lot of this stuff is going to change. But at the moment we have 4 races to choose from. There's the Nuian, Elf, Furian, and then Harani. Sorry, my pronunciation of these words might not be 100% accurate. But yeah, these guys feel sort of Chinese, and then these guys feel very African. Got like a tribal feel to them. And elves and humans, I guess you can kind of understand what kind of feeling they've got. More elegant, and then obviously human. More at war. Well, actually, all these factions are at war, and you can see they come from different continents there. The elves are allied with the humans there, and the Furin and the Harani are allies on their continent as well. Different perks. Jungle tamers, so this allows you to be better at logging trees and then reducing the cast time and cooldowns and recall ability, so you can get recall is kind of like getting back to town quickly. And then these guys, strong claws, climb trees and ladders faster, and then also reflex, allow them to twist their bodies as they fall, so reduce falling damage there. These perks, swimming speed +5, extra 20 seconds breathing underwater. And then, what is this? Favorite of the goddess, visiting realm, doubling the time their stats are increased after being resurrected. Okay, so you get a bit of a buff when you die, and it helps you get healed quicker. And the other one there would be, looks like mining, construction time for houses and castles, -80%. So humans are best at kind of crafting the houses and things. They would be the best at harvesting. This overall movement, and then breathing, and increasing swimming speed. Maybe they would be best in sort of situations where they're running ships. Maybe I should get an idea what this game is about. It's basically trading is like the main focus. So you'll have your continents that will have their own kind of resources, and then you want to trade with these guys who don't have those resources and get across via ships. And of course there are pirates, which are player controlled throughout these seas, which make it quite tough, so you have to hire guards to help you get your things across, and it takes a really long time to actually move through those waters, and also through the land, depending on how far inland you are, because you walk quite slowly. Obviously there's female options to all these races as well. Look very interesting, and it's actually from a Korean game, so you can really imagine that the character development itself is quite in depth. Like, there's a whole bunch of pre-built character faces in there, so you can choose from a pre-built one if you want. You can also blend looks, so if you like that look and you also want to go between that look, you can start to blend the facial features in between those two. Most of the other things you can do that as well. Let's just go for something cool. She looks pretty full of herself, doesn't she? Let's go for this one, okay. And then yeah, you can select the eyes, so that's just basically the eyebrow positions. All of these you can obviously change in detail as well, like the eye size, rotate the eyes. So yeah, you can make them look however you want, really. It's really cool. Like most Korean games are actually as good as this, so nothing too surprising there. Mouth options as well, all kinds of features there. Colors and all that is on this side. Let's just go through here. You can get the head going. Really tough looking chick if you wanted to look tough. The hairstyles, something that might be a bit lacking in the other races. The Furin, for example, there weren't that many hairstyles, but humans definitely have a lot to choose from there. And of course this is running in CryEngine 3. So you can kind of see physics going on there, which is pretty awesome. A lot of detail for an MMO. Like many MMOs are actually getting quite graphically focused these days, as opposed to the old days of World of Warcraft where they were not so graphically focused. Okay, and then you got these options, basically just eyebrows, and then you can select the color of those two to match your hair, however you'd want that to be. Some in the purples, I guess. Not really making a realistic character here, but yeah, eye colors, quite a lot you can do. Makeup, 11 pages of makeup to mess around with, whatever you'd like. Eye makeup, select the blush, and the color of the blush as well. So you could make it really glamorous if you want to, but you know, being a farming game, I don't know if that would really suit how it is. Like, but I don't think I really want to go that extreme for an old farmer's wife, hey? But it is there for those who want to really do the role playing. And then paint would be facial paints and tattoos and scars, those kind of things to put on your character. You can make a really warry kind of chick. I don't think you can actually select the color of these face paints. They like just to set on the default colors, but yeah, you can have something as subtle as that, or you can have some really crazy scars and some tribal paints, I guess, if you really want that. It's got the location too, so if I make a scar, I can actually move it around the face to where I want it. So yeah, overall the detail is very good on this game. You can do a lot there. And then obviously we've got quite a few skills to choose from too. The skill system is actually pretty interesting. I think there's something like 12 skills you can choose from as you level up, but you get these base 6 that you start out with, so you can be pure melee fighter or pure mage. It's like sorcery, and it kind of shows you what your abilities look like. The animations are really great. And you get ranger, do bows and buffing and speed, high speed sort of movements. Vitalism is kind of like your healer. Yeah, you've got skills there. Allies invisible, so it's also support class. Occult, I think, is damage, and then you summon also a creature, so you can kind of like have someone to help you out fighting. And then shadow play, which is more like the thief sort of option. Also quick bows, those kind of things. Now the interesting thing comes in is when you level up, you can actually choose multiple classes, up to 3 that you play with. You can choose from these, or there's more actually. So maybe I can load up my other character. Oh, another thing I should mention is if I want to use this appearance on another server, North American server perhaps, I can actually save it, give it a name, and it will appear in my other accounts as well, which is pretty awesome. I don't see many games that do that. But yeah, I can bring you on my Firin chick that I've been playing for a while, and just show you how what I've learned about the skill system so far. It's pretty deep. I've gone for pretty much a full-on mage build, which I'm kind of regretting. I should have actually thrown in some other things there, like maybe a bit more melee, because I can't seem to kill enemies before they get to me. You can unlearn the skills and then choose a different one if you're not too happy with it, but it does cost money at this point. So, and I mean, it's something like 30 silver. I've only got like 3 gold or 4 gold at the moment, so that is quite expensive. Unfortunately, the free-to-play game does not seem to allow you to build houses yet, which is one of the main features I was actually looking forward to try in this game. So yeah, that's a bit disappointing, and the public farms don't actually seem to cater for what I need to do in the quest. So yeah, I'm a bit stuck at this point in time as to what I can do. But yeah, this is my character. You can see it's got nice little quest markers pointing to where you need to go to actually do your quests. The load-in times are a bit hectic when you first start out, but I am recording, so it's reduced performance. But overall, the performance is actually pretty good. Once it's all loaded in, the textures are all updated to the highest quality, and there's hardly any stutter or anything like that. But yeah, this is a livestock farm, so you can have like ducks here. And this one's actually got 6, so shame. You have to spend these labor points, which you get down here for just playing the game, to help heal your animals and harvest your crops and those kind of things. Yeah, they just stand where you put them and they stay there, and you can't actually see maybe on these. Maybe this one. Yeah, so this one's it's gonna be dying in 24 hours, but the other ones are protected for 24 hours, and if you hover over them, it says like how long they've got till they're not protected anymore. These ones are not showing up, so I guess they're owned by someone else. But actually, I've heard of people like putting in the things and then other people coming and stealing if you don't log on quick enough to come harvest your chicks or look after them. So yeah, that is a real thing, and then that adds to your infamy points. So you can got 3 because I tried to remove someone else's plants. I was just testing it out, and it gave me 3 infamy points. You can see there, once it reaches 3,000, you become a pirate. So then the law starts to hunt after you, and then you'll have to go to jail and serve some time to actually get out of jail and then go back to the real world, which is an interesting mechanic. I haven't really seen many games that do that. But yeah, you can see my skills here. So I've opted to go in sorcery, witchcraft and occultism, and you can choose where you want to go. I find the sorcery is actually turning into quite a bit of damage there. Got the spell that allows me to be protected, and then chain lightning, and then this one that hurts quite a bit. That's actually quite a powerful spell. This one not so much. It tries to slow your enemies. I've hardly gone into the occultism. I should probably build this up just to see how this works out, but I'm enjoying sorcery the most at the moment. And if you go to a temple, I don't think there's one around here, but if you do go there, you can reassign and learn different points. But yeah, here's all your crafting stations. So crafting is very deep in this game. You can do quite a bit of crafting there. Where is the vocation screen? So if you go to your folio screen, you can see all the crafting options you have. Pretty much anything you want to do, really. Carpentry, farming, masonry, artistry, something I haven't seen before, printing, gathering, logging, and then of course construction, which would allow you to get into your housing and that kind of thing. I've got gazebo farm design available there at the moment. Haven't really worked on these very much at all, because as I say, the free version of this game doesn't really allow you much freedom here. Not to say that you couldn't do it if you really tried. Like, you might be able to find other players that are willing to rent out a bit of their house for you to farm in and that kind of thing, but I just haven't been fortunate enough to find anyone willing to do that for me. But yeah, the world is pretty much like what you expect in MMO. Okay, the shrubbery moves around, you walk through it, which is pretty cool. CryEngine helps for immersion in the game quite a bit and makes the world seem quite alive. And then, you know, you've got things like this will help you complete your quests. You've got your standard fetch quests and then your standard kill quests. So at the moment I've got quite a few quests over there, and I'll just head to whichever one I want to do. Biggest error obviously being the closest one to complete, which is very handy. I mean, that's a great system. I hope many other MMOs take that one step further as well. It's great to have. Yeah, and then obviously when the game's released, they're going to have an Apex system. Apexes are pretty much using real in-game currency to buy your what they call it, patron status. And once you have patron status, then you can build a house. So, you know, if you play the free game, you should be able to actually, what level is this guy? You should be able to get your own house just by working hard at it. You know, it's not going to be a real world money requirement, or at least that's what they say. I'll just give you a bit of a demonstration of some of the spells here. It's got a bit of a combo system, so if you do fire 3 times and then you do an ice, it starts to glow, the ice icon starts to glow, and that means you can get a combo in there, which is quite useful because it ups the damage quite a bit and just helps you to get a bit ahead in terms of damage. Some of these enemies can be quite a mission for a mage character as myself to get through. As you can see, I'm taking a bit of a beating here. Should have actually healed up before I engaged him, but we should be okay. But yeah, that's basically the combat there, and then you've got a really great system here where I can actually play music to help heal myself, and it heals all around me, so that's pretty interesting. Obviously the better instrument you have, the quicker you will heal. But there's no real shortage of healing items. I mean, there's all these things that you can drink and eat to help you gain mana and healing again. One of the interesting things about this race is you can double tap forward and you'll start to sprint. It consumes mana, but it allows you to go just a little bit faster. I haven't played the other races yet, so I don't know if they've got also these type of boosts, but it's pretty useful. I haven't actually tried climbing trees. Maybe I can give it a try here. But yeah, I'm not actually sure how one would do so. Because it said climbing trees in the class thing, and they have not really taught me how to do that, which is interesting. One of the first things you'll do as well is also get out your pet, which you have to raise. It's pretty quick. I mean, you feed him once or twice, you play with him a bit, and then bam, out pops this giant tiger. You can choose what color you want, and he's pretty handy. can jump on him, and he goes faster than what you can do with double tap. So that is pretty cool. At the moment I've got mounted arrow shots, which allows me to shoot just a bit, just to maybe hook my target in case somebody else was aiming for him and take him instead of their target, instead of letting the other person go, and then run. Later they'll learn other things, overrun, which triggers a charge, can stun, so it would be nice later when you come in you can just charge and stun the enemy and get into a bit of a healthy situation in the combat. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game so far. I'm interested to see how the free-to-play model turns out in the end. At the moment it feels pretty limiting, but it's a good way to judge if you like the combat. Combat I find very similar to other MMOs. It's very similar to WoW except for the combo system. You just have to stand still to cast your spells. There's no like movement or anything like that like other MMOs you might expect. It's not very action based, which is like the new slang word in MMOs these days, which I actually find quite fun. It's been a long time since I've played World of Warcraft, so I kind of can do another MMO like this style if I really want to. If it was a year or two ago, you know, I would say no. I'm a bit too tired of standstill combat, but that's definitely not the case for me at the moment. But yeah, it's just a pity that I wasn't able to actually see the most unique feature, which is the trading and bringing your things around. Because they give you, like right in the beginning, this item where is it now? It's a sword here. Allows you to build a little scarecrow garden. So you have a little designated area where you can plant your things with a scarecrow in front of it and everything like that. Maybe I can get to town and show you. Cool, so I've just arrived here. That's the cool warp gate that you come through with your little book down here. Takes a bit of a while to summon, but yeah, it does cost resources to do so, so I guess they're just confirming that you actually do want to open the portal and not waste your resources there. But yeah, this is one of the first places where you're actually introduced to most of the crafting things, and you can see you get one of these scarecrow things here to start out with, which you can use to plant your things in. Very, very cute and pretty looking. Everything's done very well. Yeah, but lots of people are trying to get this main quest done where you've got to actually get Arkham Osiris Lava Spice, which you need 2 herbs, or flowers and a herb to do. You got these public farms where you can plant things. This one's just full of, I think, potatoes. There's like 20 bazillion potatoes here being used at the moment. Outside at the main door it tells you what you can plant in here. So this one's potato, cucumber, carrot, onion, barley, rice plant, and baby chicks. You can only have a maximum of 10. So yeah, if you want to do some farming, and you can do that over there. All sorts of areas. A lot of the plants need specific climates. Like if we have a look here at the seed vendor, you'll see that if you hover over these, it says down the bottom, sorry I can't point to it, but yeah, it says there climate temperate, so you have to pay attention to what sort of climate you're in and what you can plant there. It will take far longer to grow something that's not made for that climate if you do try and plant it. So yeah, you should be aware of that. You can find out what your current climate is by just looking at your map. It's down there. So yeah, there's a lot of farming and stuff to be done in this game, especially if you've got the patron pack. Free to play will obviously come later, but yeah, you can check out the combat and see everything there is to see that way. Yeah, people seem to be enjoying the combat, duel and everything. It's very pretty, like the effects are awesome. Like you can see that person's actually having some fire problems, burning a bit there. I think she will actually lose, but yeah. Well, actually, yeah, she's getting a bit her ass handed to her, but I don't blame her. Playing a mage is pretty hard. You could make a fighter mage, or you could make an archer with creatures to help you tank the damage. So yeah, there's a lot of versatility in the character creation, and I think that's quite a strong point for it at the moment. Raising calves and doing sea battles on the ships will be pretty awesome. I can actually show you the harbour now quickly. We'll just head over there and I'll show you when we arrive. Cool, so this is Mirage Isle. I think this is like a main hub for all players to come, because I see like hostile races like humans running around here. So yeah, it's pretty much the place where you come to buy things and spend all your hard-earned money. Many of these things aren't too badly priced actually, like some of these are only a couple hundred. Let me just show you here. This is the basic glider, and its cost, I probably have to get off my thing to see it. Yeah, that would make sense. Well, let's actually look at the larniest one. You get these with embroidered wings, and then you get this red one over here, and this purple one that looks pretty cool too. Of course, you get a bat one as one of the main ones. Yeah, who doesn't want a bat one? That costs you 150 of these Gilder stars. At the moment, I think I've only got about 30 or 40 of them, so yeah, I haven't got many. And then that's butterfly one as well. So yeah, you got a lot of customization and stuff to spend your money on. I think the main thing you want to get when you first start getting these Gilder stars is actually a ship, because that will allow you to travel to other places. I'm actually interested to try out fishing, because I think I don't need to actually have any houses per se to start fishing. So that sounds like something interesting I can maybe get a check at. But yeah, this is the main place where we could do all our fun things, and the harbour is just down here. Oh yeah, there are some houses over here that you can buy, pretty much Chinese styled ones. They're over there. You can purchase the layout, and then everything inside here is actually usable. Well, most of the things are usable. I wouldn't say everything. But yeah, you can put chests in there, all sorts of furniture. There's some chairs that you can put down, rugs. Buy that to finish out your house, kit it out, put some shelving. But yeah, if these were owned by me, like I could sit on the chairs and actually interact with them. Nice little aquarium to keep your days nice and fresh. Some painting with Korean art on there, I'm sure. Statues, bonsais, yeah, I'm sure there's no limit to what we will find. But let's get on this guy and see the harbour, if we can maybe be lucky enough to see a ship, because those are quite impressive looking things, and they are quite pricey. I think we're looking, yeah, was it 300 or so? You can also get these little houses on the beach which are quite cute. That's quite nice. But yeah, there's a few ships there. I don't know if we're gonna see any in the harbour, unfortunately. But yeah, they look very impressive. I mean, this is probably the starting up one. It's 50, not too bad. This guy's 250. And this one, what is this? This is a fish farm blogger, that's 250. Okay. So it's actually not too bad. I mean, I'm sure there are more, but that's just the ones I've seen for now. There we've got a ship over there. Why don't I hop on this guy, and then I'll run over there and show you guys. So this is something pretty interesting that I just found. Submarines. Yeah, that'll be actually amazing. I would love to give one of those a try. Check out the oceans and see what lurks beneath it. There are monsters in the ocean, like kraken and things like that, so not only do you have to worry about players, but them too. That's why it's good to have a good sized party with you, because yeah, you don't want to lose your ship and spend so much money and get taken out by a kraken or some kind of pirates. But yeah, here is the ship. There is another really fancy one behind it. That is quite a good looking ship. You can put your own kind of custom insignia on the flags too, which is just a nice feature. And there is someone with a glider. I must actually show you guys how it works, but that is a very big ship there as well. Wow. Interesting. Well, let me get up somewhere high and then I can give you guys a show of the glider. So yeah, here's a nice place for me to jump off, but yeah, these buildings are very impressive, and this is what I mean by you can interact with a lot of the furniture. It makes these exclamation marks and you can just interact with most things like that, which is quite nice. Just makes the world feel a bit more useful rather than just something pretty to look at. But let's give the glider a go. You get this pretty much level 10 or so, 7. It's very awesome. You can like pull your mouse forward and back to do different things. Let's see if we can actually get on this ship. I don't know if we're actually allowed to be there, but hey, might as well try, see what it's all about. Let's get on the top decks and less likely to be noticed. And then yeah, you come crashing down. Whee! But that's just the basic guide. You obviously get a lot better than that. Music box. Okay, and it actually plays some music for us. Really cool. And there's the control of the ship actually. What are they doing? I have no idea. Wow, I just got on a joyride and I wasn't even aware of it. It's obviously adjusting something. Ah, okay, so it's extending the roof so you can have a nice undercover area down there. Very cool. You also get automobiles and stuff like that, so that's pretty awesome too. Very cool. But yeah, there's a lot of potential for this game, so definitely one to keep on your guys' radars. Day-night cycles as well. Time does pass. Once 1 minute in game time is 10 seconds in the real world, so there are some events that only happens at certain times of day. Underwater breathing device. Oh my word. So does that mean we can go... as you can see, this is kind of like the same pace you move if you're trying to carry goods. So if you are traveling or trading, you're going to have someone with you because you just become unwieldy. Your character speed at least. So yeah, oceans. You probably have to go somewhere specific to explore these places, but yeah, that is still pretty impressive looking. And with that, I think we'll leave it there. That was a look at Archeage by Tryon Worlds. Keep it on your radar, and thanks for watching.